Hello. Welcome to Errogie Music Live here on Sunday, the 18th of May at slightly late, 2 minutes past 7. My name's Adam Sutherland. If you don't know me, my name is still Adam Sutherland. I'm a Scottish fiddle player from Scotland. I'm from the Highlands of Scotland, near Loch Ness. And before we continue, if there's anyone there in the comments, I need to know something. I need to know if you believe in the Loch Ness Monster, because if you don't believe, I'm going to have to ask you to leave immediately. Thank you. I cannot continue with unbelievers. But if you do believe and you wish to continue, then you are welcome here. Why am I here? What am I doing? I'm sat in my shed somewhere in Scotland here. I wish to share what I know and have learned so far on my own little journey into writing Scottish traditional music tunes. That's far too many syllables, but I play jigs and reels and strathspeys and marches, bagpipe music, fiddle music, accordion music, tunes that go diddly 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 dee. And yeah, let me know if you are here in the comments or if you're watching this in the future. Hello, future. We have Mark M in the house. Hey Mark, hello. All right, so yeah, I'm here to help you with your writing of tunes. If you've never written a tune before, I'm still here to help you. If you've been writing tunes for decades, I'm still here to help you. And I would love to hear from you if you are writing tunes or interested or not interested, or maybe you just don't care. I still want to hear from you. Okay, this week I am inviting you to fry my brain. What is he on about? Why is he wanting me to fry his brain? I want you to fry my brain. Well, why is an interesting question. How is more pertinent to you. How are you going to fry my brain? I'm inviting you to fry my brain by making me write a tune in your selected style, your selected genre, any particular emotional feel you want to just do. I'm inviting you to just basically put me on the spot here and see what happens. I'm partly doing this just for your entertainment. I'm also doing this because I think part of writing tunes I have found is just making myself do it. And I would advise you to do that. Perhaps not live streaming yourself on YouTube. That may be out of your comfort zone. It's certainly my comfort zone. But yeah, in the spirit of just throwing out ideas without thinking too much. So just in case you're watching this thinking, oh yeah, he's going to have prepped his guests to ask him special things so he can play a tune that he's already written and make it seem like he's just making this up. Well, I'll just let you decide whether or not you think that is the case. You might hear the tunes and go, yeah, that if that was the case, that didn't work out. Anyway, I don't know what's going to come out. I'm going to look in the comments now. Hello Michael, hello Eric, hello John, hello Mark M again. Michael Bishop straight in there, good regular here. Michael Bishop, always appreciate your contributions. I'm going to slightly nervously read out what you've said. B flat, first 4 bars, 4 4 6 8 5 8 7 8. Repeat part B, G minor, same timings, octave lower. Oh my goodness me. I asked for this. I'm going to try that, but I'm also going to chuck out there to you and anyone else at home that I'm really looking for like emotional stuff. Like when was it? 2 weeks ago we had to do a 2/4 march in film noir style. But I will try this, all right? But make it less specific. Like give me a type of tune with a feel. But I'll try this. B flat for the first 4 bars. Okay, it's in 4 4. Oh, I see the first 4 bars. One's in 4 4, one's in 6 8, one's in 5 8, and one's in 7 8. And then repeat. Okay. Michael, taking the brain frying seriously, says, Lemon. Hey, Lemon. Hey, I think you might be new here. Hello. Hey, Dream Angus. slow air or lamentation in a flat key with an occasional natural. Okay, that's kind of slightly what I'm asking, but I'm going to try this. Okay, so I've got to do 4 bars. This is going to... What have I done? Can I have a sip of my tea, please? Can I have a little sip of tea? This, by the way, is the correct size of mug for tea when doing something like this. Okay. 4 bars, B flat major. Actually, Michael, I'm going to ask you for some more info. Give me, what's the feel? I want to know, what's the emotion here? Give me more information. Haha. Right back at you. B flat, so 4 4 6 8 5 8 7 8. I want to get rhythmic with this. 4 4. Be careful what you ask for, says Linda Rankin. Indeed, Linda. Hi, Linda. I've just come back from Linda Rankin's teaching weekend. I had a great time there. Thank you for asking me. Oh, elation. Michael's chucked in. Okay, so here we go. You want an elated feeling. I can do belation. Belated. Let's try this. All right. First 4 bars. 4 4 6 8 5 8 7 8. It's okay. I'm going to get into the rhythmic groove of this. I need to get comfy with the rhythm. 4 4 6 8 5 8 7 8. I'm not sure how elated that was. That was my brain just fully fried, just trying to keep whatever the heck I was writing in 4 4, then 6 8, then 5 8, then 7 8. What's the lesson for you guys at home here? Don't do this. No, seriously though, you could get into writing your own tune by picking a time signature or a time signature map, like Michael has done. That's not a bad way to start. It gives your music some direction. Yeah, that's a very complicated direction, but I'm not going to chuck that out. So... So it just sounds like a bunch of notes here. I need to make this. I need to give this justice. I need to make it into a tune. So 4 4 doesn't have to be 1 2 3 4. Was that elated? I think I stuck to the rhythm. I'm gonna move on from that one now. I hope I haven't done that a disservice, or myself a disservice, or anyone a disservice from that. I'm gonna look at the comments here. Kate Bubble, hi Kate. Yes, you did ask for it specifically. Whoa. So basically, yeah, I did, didn't I? Oh my goodness me. That feeling when you realize that the pain and suffering you're experiencing, you literally asked for it. That's what I'm having. Okay, this is what I wanted. We're going to keep going until my brain is fried. I reckon I've got another 30 seconds or so left at this rate. Right, next, Dream Angus. Hello. What have we got here? A slow air or a lamentation in a flat key with an occasional natural. Okay, flat key, slow air, lamentation. So it's a sad sounding tune. It's in a flat key, an occasional natural. See, I suppose just to be totally pedantic here, I could be in a flat key and you might have some of those notes. Some of those notes will just be natural because that's like music theory. Wow, what an incredible explanation was. What an incredible explanation that was. Because that's like music theory. and stuff. Okay. But I'm going to give this a go. So, lamentation, slow. Okay, so lamentation, this is what I'm talking about. You giving a tune a feeling, it immediately gives it direction. And regular viewers of this channel may have heard me say this before, but something I think, wow, I am on fire. Something I think that gives tunes some power, or something that I think a lot of the best tunes have got, is they've got this thing which I just call direction. It's like, if it's a sad tune, it is sad. If it's an angry tune, it is raging. So again, this isn't about me, this is about you. So you can take away, I'm the one getting roasted here, but you can take away from this, maybe write a sad tune, or channel your own sadness. That's high level. Or just play whatever's in there and find out what you're feeling, which may actually be nothing, and that's okay. Although feeling nothing, that's dark. Okay, step back from all this chat. Right, okay, a lamentation in the flat key. Here we go. No, tell me what flat key it is. Someone tell me what flat key. What key am I in? This lamentation. I'm not going to pick. You decide. So just in case someone's like, oh yeah, he pre-decided. I don't know what key it's in. Give me... more suggestions coming in. You guys are taking this brain frying challenge very seriously, painfully seriously. Right, I'm waiting for a key. Okay, tell me, what flat key is this lamentation gonna be lamenting in? Hit me, otherwise I will pick one. I'm gonna pick one in about 30 seconds if I don't get one, but I think someone is clacking away right now. First key suggested, C sharp, C minor. So C sharp is not a flat key, just being pedantic. It has to have like C flat, but then C flat would be B minor. C minor, is C minor a flat key? I guess it might be. A flat. Dream Angus was thinking of something playable like B flat or E flat. Right, I'm going to give it to Dream Angus, even though I said it was first come, first served there. It's my channel. I could break my rules. Sorry, aggressive. Calm down. Something playable. B. Okay, let's go for E flat. So it's lamenting. What am I lamenting? Give me some more context. Let's do this. Let's do this properly. I'm not going to just lament D flat. Oof. Okay. What am I lamenting? Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to lament right here. It just came into my head there. The death of a sheep. Now, I had a sheep. We used to have sheep. Growing up on the south side of Loch Ness, we were almost raised by sheep. With sheep. No, we weren't raised by sheep. My parents obviously raised us. But I had a sheep that died. I'm gonna channel that. I'm lamenting the death of my sheep. So this isn't some fake thing. Don't just say this is fake. This is real emotion I'm channeling here. 9-year-old boy confronted with the death of his sheep. Okay. In E flat minor. In my head, I'm seeing a skull. That's dark. My first idea, try something else. I did the major key ending there. Okay, so that turned a bit Strathspey-ish and C minor in the end. I don't think I liked that. I also think it doesn't matter whether I liked it or not. It's not about getting hung up on that. Just chuck stuff out. It sounded, I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Michael Bishop, it made you smile. Sorry about that. It was supposed to be lamenting on the death of my sheep. You find that funny? You think it's funny that my sheep died? Listen, that is some real feelings that you are mocking there, Michael. Right? Oh, Linda liked the major chord at the end. Yeah, we did a major chord in your workshop today. Okay, right. What else have we got here? I'm looking at the comments. We've done this lamenting. A rant. Eric Davidson. A rant. Start each bar with a down arpeggio, but keep the fourth beat foot stomp. End each part with rising triplets. I want less. I'm going to just push back on that. I want less note instructions. I want more tune type and feel, like Lament for the Death of a Sheep. I think I'm going to just do that. I hope that that's not I hope you don't feel rejected, but I will do a rant, although I'm not totally sure what type of tune a rant is. Is it a specific type of tune? Give me more information, Eric. I want to do this. I want to make you happy with this. I will try arpeggio-y stuff. Keep the fourth beat foot stomp. I'm not quite sure what that means. End each part with rising triplets. Okay, I will try and work that out, but give me, what is the feeling? Is a rant an angry tune? Is it in a minor key? That's a good question. What is a rant? I feel like it might be in 4/4. I don't even know. Okay, Surya Harrison, hello. You're looking forward to a summer type tune. Well, if you're anywhere in Scotland or the UK, you have basically been having some summer. So I will come back to Eric's. You type me some more suggestions, Eric. Surya, you want a summery tune? Okay, guys, give me more. Give me a summer. What is there, a story, and what type of tune is it, and a key. Give me some restrictions. I've got something in my head kind of forming, but it's not about what I feel. So what is a summery tune? For some reason, I'm just enjoying C major at the moment in my life. I've never really enjoyed C major particularly, but I've just stumbled across it recently. John Fenton, our rant is from Northumbria, 4/4, but slower than a meal. Thank you, John. Very helpful. Did you guys know that at home? A rant 4/4 from Northumbria. Northumbria has exceptionally beautiful music. The small pipes and just some great musicians from that part of the world. Okay, if I don't get a tune type, I'm going to just pick it. Oh, here we go. Michael Bishop, E major, dance. Okay, so summary, E major, dance. What kind of dance? Like a jig, a reel, a march. It's going to have tempo, obviously, unless it's like slow interpretive dance. Ooh. I don't know what kind of tune that might be, like a slow air or something. Anyway, come on, give me some more info. Anyone, just chuck out a tune type, or I will pick one, but I prefer you did. I feel like I should have some game show music, like a countdown timer that just says your 30 seconds are up. And then it's like a random Wheel of Fortune type thing or something like that. Whirly. Thank you, Michael. That's so helpful. A whirly E major dance. Okay, fine, right. Whirly E major, right. If this was you at home, maybe you should all be doing this at home. Maybe you should all be... Summer type tune, whirly dance. Why am I dancing? I want to know why I'm dancing. Why do I make up a reason? Drunk, says Michael Bishop. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you a story. Before I came here tonight, I was having a session in the West End of Glasgow. Outdoor session, beautiful, above the River Kelvin. Lovely tunes. And two of the people there, quite well-known musicians, friends of mine. I might even have them on this show, at the risk of trying to sound like a TV presenter sometime. They suggested that I should drink loads of tequila or vodka or something before coming here. By the way, I have drunk no alcohol because I drove here. They were saying, you should just get like torn into the tequila or vodka and then go live and just like do that. I don't even think they were joking. I think this was their professional career advice. Their names, by the way, the people giving me this exceptional advice. I told them, I said, I might actually shame you guys for this on the internet. Ross Cooper and John Somerville, those two, fiddle player and accordion player, exceptional, but maybe not someone that I'm going to turn to for career advice. So if you guys are actually ever watching this, I didn't do it. I stood up to you. You tried to make me something, and I resisted. So, haha! Just thought I'd share that with you. I wasn't going to actually share that, but then totally did. Okay, Surya Harrison. I went to Summer Rustic at Easter for Session 9 course. Hoping to go full time after summer cause was awesome. Or drunk is good too. Surya, hello again. Oh, I just worked out who you are. Surya, yes, hello. I sat next to you when we had tunes in the Talavora. If you don't know what the Talavora is, it's the big, beautiful space in the Gaelic College in the Isle of Skye, which used to be filled with cattle, going back a bit. Okay, right, I don't think I particularly liked any of my E major ideas, but the whole point is that you don't have to like them, you just chuck them out, and sometimes you find something you like. Okay, we are 27 minutes into my brain frying. I don't know if I've gotten through all of your suggestions. Keep it coming in the comments, or maybe you have finished frying my brain. Are you going to go easy on me? Because, why? Okay, I might just try something else then. Or I might just play a tune. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a tune that I'm working on. And I chucked this out during a sound check when I was playing up in Bonar Bridge with John Somerville, the aforementioned careers advice gentleman. They were joking, of course. And also, they're very responsible humans. I chucked out this phrase at the sound check. And then I kind of just kept going with it. So it just kind of starts low and goes up high and comes back down again with a Strathspey rhythm. And I've since been working on it to make it a little bit less just, it goes up here and up there and comes back down and comes back down. So that felt to me a bit like, that's more like an exercise that you would just do, not a tune. So I tweaked it a little bit. Tell me what you think. I think just chucking that in the end makes it less like an exercise. Also, I have to say this, like my page, please, if you haven't done so already, and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe to my page, because I'm told by YouTube that most folk who watch this haven't subscribed. Just wanted to say that, sorry. So that's the first part of a tune. I'm going to keep going with that. That's a tune that I've been working on. And seeing as there's no more comments about what kind of tune you want to hear me write next, but there's still some people watching, I'm going to just be nerdy and walk you through how I kind of arrived at those three parts. The second part was just like, well, what's the opposite of the first part? I just say the same things all the time, but the same tools in my toolbox keep on being useful. And I'll probably just keep shoving these tools towards anyone who wants to listen. So this tool is, what is the opposite of the first part of a tune? Like when I'm trying to write a second part, what is the opposite? And this is not always something that comes to me very quickly. I have to think about this quite a lot. So in order to understand what the opposite of something is, I feel like you have to understand what it is that you're going to try and find the opposite to. So the first part, what is it? Like, what is it doing? Really understand it. So it's starting really low. Bum ba da bum bum bum. Whoa, up an octave. Then it's up another octave. Up 2 octaves, and then back down. That's what it's doing. So big 2 octave sweep, down again. So like, that's the main feature, I think. So what is the second part going to be? Well, it's not going to be that. And the opposite of starting low and going high and down again, I think, is not starting high and going low and up again. So the opposite of that is really something which is less mountainous. So that's why I made the second part go, starting off with just a big long A, and that is most effectively demonstrated by, if I play the first part first, you'll hear how just landing on that A is like scene change. Scene changes are my favorite thing. You have a mood set up and then whew, it just gets taken away, like theatre and a new scene. I just love, I don't know why, but I love the transition between moods, when a mood changes or something changes. So here's how the second part changes by doing this long note. Here's what it's like. Here's what it feels like. So I just started with that long note and just tried to see how many long notes I could fit in without losing the pulse of the tune. Like if you just have long notes, you're going to lose the groove. So I tried to kind of just get the right balance. So kind of became I just split it up a wee bit just to keep the kind of pulse going. That's it. And then I ended up with a third part, which I think I sang into my phone. I was out walking, pushing the pram, listening to this recording, and I just felt like it needed something else, which is this third part. Which is lots of triplets, and it just needed something extra rather than just having those two parts. And then it's back to the first part. So I'll play the whole tune again, just You're sat listening with a client, he's turned the TV off. I'm guessing that's not a good thing from the point of view of this particular tune. But then I also don't know what you do for a living, so your client could be anyone. Anyway, here we go. Dream Angus, here we go. A, please, is it common for a new tune writer to have difficulty transcribing? You're doing okay. Dream Angus says, I'm doing okay in front of camera trying to write tunes. In front of cam trying to write tunes, but struggling with transcribing same to paper. Suggestions to overcome. Transcribing tunes. Writing down music. Sometimes it's really hard. Your question, is it common for new tune writers to have difficulty transcribing? I've certainly found professional musicians, we often, like the pros, often have disagreements about how a tune should be transcribed. Like I know some famous musicians don't even read music and couldn't do it. I'm pretty sure Michael McGoldrick, the incredible Michael McGoldrick, I don't think he reads music, so it's not wildly uncommon to have problems transcribing. That's a skill. You can get help with that. If you get in touch with me, I could even help you with that. It's something that I studied at university before I was asked to leave. I studied at a famous university many years ago, but transcribing stuff was one of the things you go and study. It's not easy. And if your tune is even slightly weird, I mean that in a kind of complimentary way, it's definitely not easy. The goal of transcribing something, I believe, is to write down what you hear, not so that you understand it, but so that a complete stranger who's never heard the tune would look at it and play it, it would make sense to them, and then the sounds that they made would sound exactly like your tune. So transcribing is tough. And a lot of the old collections of tunes, like the Sky collection, all these old collections of tunes, a lot of those tunes were transcribed, perhaps poorly. There's a lot of nuance lost, and it's a whole thing. So do not feel like bad if you find that difficult, because it's not easy to really describe what you're hearing. I believe also there's two types of transcription. One is prescriptive, where it would be like what you would do if you were putting that tune in a book of tunes. So it's just very bare bones. And a descriptive transcription is, I would write down, say you were playing Dream Angus, if you sent me a recording of you playing, I would write down exactly what you did in that recording. Like, it's extremely nerdy. So like, say one of the notes was like a quarter tone flat, I would write that down. And if you lingered on one note a little bit longer, I would have to write that down, a slight pause. That's a whole thing. So it's tricky. You have to do it on a case-by-case basis. There's no like one rule for transcribing it. You have to just look at each piece and go, well, what does this piece do? But I guess like anything else, maybe doing it more, maybe getting some help would result in progress in that regard. I hope that's a satisfactory answer. A couple more comments. Michael Bishop, get Alice Allen in on part 3. Yeah, that would sound pretty awesome on a cello. Good shout. Okay, I feel like the brain frying. Do you want to give me one more brain fry? Someone check out a challenge. I've also just seen some of the more comments about my sheep lament. Woolly thinking, Sean the sheep, black face, you. Thank you guys. Keep that chat coming. All right, give me one more challenge. Eric Davidson, the guitarist, asked me to put cavatina in E major instead of E flat. I told him to put a capo on. Fair. Absolutely fair. Dream Angus, you are welcome. I hope that is helpful. It's a big old world, transcribing. I've had huge debates with people about some of my own tunes. There's a tune I wrote called Iris for my late grandmother on my dad's side, my first album, and the debate about whether or not it was in 6/8 or 4/4 raged between two band members. I don't even know which it is in. Again, you have to be able to read it, and it has to make sense and sound like the composer wants it to sound. I think that is the test. Leaving day at university. Oh, you mean my leaving day at university? So yeah, I did 2 years at what is now the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland. A very respectable institution with a great team of tutors, none of whom were there when I was there, but the team of tutors who were there when I were there were also great. I just wasn't very good at doing stuff that I didn't want to. This would be something that would later make more sense in my life when I got a diagnosis of ADHD. I couldn't understand how anyone could read a book that they weren't interested in, or write an essay on a topic that they didn't choose and wasn't interested in. I remember thinking that at university, looking at my classmates with like awe, actually admiration and disbelief. I just thought, wow, you must have such incredible determination and self-discipline to do that, because that's what it would take for me to do that work. It would be Herculean strength I would have to summon. Like, I could do it, but I couldn't understand it. So that bit of me met with the quite reasonable requirements of being on a university degree, and there was 2 subjects that I did not do. I just didn't do the work for. So I'm in no way pointing fingers of blame, because there was no one to blame. It just was. They said, do all this transcribing. I think it was 10 transcriptions. I did 1. It absolutely tired me out, but I got a really good mark on it, and I thought, cool, I think I'm done with doing that. And then that quite understandably was not acceptable, because you have to do the work if you're at university. So yeah, there was that, and also doing another part of the course to do with website design, which I was not into. So it's a long time ago, and I think I was in the 90s. So why am I talking about that now? Yeah, that was just my experience there. So leaving day was, I think I cried because I found out that I wasn't going to get my grant check anymore. I didn't have my student loan, and that was me in the big bad world. So it was like one of these, when you see on a vet program, a baby horse being born, just kind of falls out. That was me in the big bad world. So yeah, I did actually cry at the time. So leaving day at university, I went on to have lots of fun shortly afterwards. That feels like it might be a little bit too similar to something, but that's a separate process. I'll send that to my friends. I guess I'm just going to just share my thoughts with you. That first phrase, I think I like it, but it sounds like it has to be something. I was chatting to Linda earlier today. Linda's in the comments, Linda Rankin, about this. You write something and you go, like, it sounds like a tune. That has to be something. It might be. It might not be. And I'm too involved in it to tell right now. If you think that sounds like something, I'd be very grateful. Is that something? Because I think I like that. Hey Andrina, thank you for your kind comments, both of those. Michael says I passed. That was good. I see what you did there. Not even sure if I've changed that first part now. Ross Ainsley. Hey Ross. Oh my goodness, Ross Ainsley's in the house. I'm going to eat a single peanut to celebrate that. You might have heard that writing tunes, in my case anyway, my playing and accuracy and tuning and tone go right out the window. But I don't care, and nor should you if that happens to you, because your central processing unit, your CPU, is just like, well, in my case, it's just thinking about where could the tune go, what feels right. I'm just thinking. Everyone go and listen to Ross Ainsley. He is one of Scotland's premier tunesmiths. And one day, Ross, I'm going to get you in this shed. That sounds really dodgy when I say it like that. And now I've said that is multiplying. Get me out of this conversation. This is what I do. I tie myself in knots. Ross, it'd be great to have you on the show sometime. Maybe. Maybe I'll come to you. Ainsley, does this sound like something else? I feel like it has to be. I also love how it sounds like an Adam tune to me. That could be... I think you mean well, but I also love that, like, that could also be like, yeah, that sounds... definitely sounds like one of your tunes. In the same way as, like, if someone does a gig, you do a gig, you play something, and someone says to you, well, that was amazing. I love thinking about that, like, not necessarily a compliment, it was just amazing. Ross Ainsley, haha, let's do it, man. You heard it here first tonight. Ainsley is up for this. Maybe we could write some tunes. In fact, you and I, Ross, have we've had some weird tune writing experiences. I'm just joking with you about it. I see it in the best possible way. Haha. I was just riffing on that. Ross, I once. This is weird. Ross, tell me if I got this. Maybe you don't remember this, but I'd written a tune and played it to anyone, and we went to a rehearsal with the Treacherous Orchestra, with whom we both play, and you just were like, it was in that moment in the rehearsal when everyone's just plugging in, setting up, and everyone's just noodling away. We haven't started rehearsing yet, and Ross just started. I noticed you were just like glaikit, just like staring off, and you started playing something, and it was like pretty much exactly the tune that I had written or thought I'd written and not played to anyone. And I just listened going, WTF. And I said to you, Ross, I was like, Ross, what's that you're playing? And you were like, ugh, as if I'd shaken you from a dream. I don't know. And I'm just like, what? I'm sure there's a simple, rational explanation for that, but I maybe we both heard the tune from somewhere else. That's probably the most grounded, rational explanation for it. Anyway, I was trying to get a second part for this tune that kind of takes you away from E. First part, you're in E, although it does go up to kind of F sharp minor. I was trying to take it on a bit of a journey, so starting with the F sharp minor chord. I mean, that's a little bit just like playing notes of a chord. But at the same time, maybe I like that. what I'm trying to do there is try to shamelessly, chordally go end up on like A major to B, because that just sinks back down to E. I'm just seeing the comments in the chat. What were you smoking back then? I've never smoked in my life. That sounds like a bit like a John Somerville tune. I'll get there, or maybe I'll just never play it again. Right, I think my brain is fried. It's been really nice to have you guys hang out. Great to have a couple of new arrivals tonight. Surya, I think you're new. I think, and we had Lemon. And celebrity guest, Ross Ainsley. Sorry to make you feel on the spot there, Ross. It's yeah, this is a massive experiment, me doing this, and I'm just gonna keep doing it most Sundays. Maybe I'll give up one day, maybe I'll find out it was a waste of time, or I don't know, but I'm gonna just keep doing it in this little corner of the internet. And like and subscribe. I'm getting less uncomfortable saying that. And the first few times I said that, I felt like such a belter. Please like and subscribe. Yeah. So yeah, it's a fledgling wee channel. The shed needs a bit of work. It's a little bit not exactly the most posh YouTube environment. Part of me thinks I should get that better. The other part of me just goes, well, it's real. Anyway, I'm going to go and have some food and change a nappy. Not mine. Thank you, Michael Bishop. You're always very supportive. All of you are very supportive. Goes a long way. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting this little channel. If you're not on my Patreon, please come and say hi. I have a free tier. And there's other tiers, or just, you know what, just tuning in here makes a difference. All makes a difference. I appreciate it. So yeah, thank you all very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Just I have to read this out. Dream Angus says, your workshops have inspired me to try tune writing. I'm hearing a heavenly choir going, ah, and like stadium applause, because that is what I am looking for. That's what I want to do. I just think there has to be more people out there who have got tune writers in there that want to get out, not for anyone else, not to write tunes for the world, but just for their own enjoyment. Because I had so much pleasure just chewing on little bits of melody, reworking bits, tinkering. This great tinkering, the amount of time I spent tinkering with melody, and the amount of melody players there are in the world now, particularly Scottish music. This is my rant, I'm just going to do it again. The amount of melody players playing Scottish music and Irish music, there's never been so many, and there's not any emphasis on writing your own tunes, or there's not any place to go and learn, and I don't get it. I think it should be I think tune writing and the tuition of tune writing should be as widespread as the tuition of whistle, fiddle. I don't get it. So that's it. That's my little mission statement. So to hear you, even one person, Dreamangus, say that this has inspired you to try tune writing, I'm absolutely delighted. That's the best end to my day. Thank you for saying that. Thank you to all. So yeah, I'm going to do a big chord. Out of tune. Nice finish, Sutherland. Yeah, I finished with a nice out of tune chord. That feels entirely appropriate to me. So yeah, thank you all very, 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 very much. And like and subscribe. I'll be back next Sunday with a possible hangover. I'm going to just say that because I'm going to go and have a rare weekend partying with some pals, which I don't do much of these days because I'm like parental, hard-working guy generally. But I will endeavour to tune in, or you'll tune in, I'll tune out, we'll tune out, we will all tune in and tune out next Sunday. And I'm going to stop wittering now. Thank you all very, very, very much.